What's going on YouTube? It's Josh, aka Sloshy Joshy, bringing you another video. This is something I thought would be kind of fun, but I was gonna do my own cheat sheet and kind of, put it up here and maybe go over that. I still might do that. I'm trying to find somewhere I can do it for free. If you guys know, let me know in the comment section. Everywhere I go wants me to pay like 40, 50 bucks to like join this premium membership, and I'm just not about it. So if you guys know a free like cheat sheet website where I can edit my own cheat sheet and put like tiers and stuff, if you could comment that link, that'd be awesome. So we're gonna do like a tier list of. I'm gonna do fantasy quarterbacks. This is the best one I could find for this season. I see a couple here have like 2 starting quarterbacks, but we'll get there when the time comes. Okay, so if you guys have been watching my mock drafts, I have a strategy where I usually wait for a quarterback. This S tier are people I would take, higher than what I would usually wait for if they were able to fall to me. I'll try to be doing kind of like in order too. So like from left to right is like my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But let's go. I guess we'll just go from whoever's here. So Brady. I got him in an A tier in fantasy. I believe we'll edit this as we go too. I know I love these videos, man. So this will be fun. But Tom Brady, I mean, dude's a goat. Doesn't run. That's why he's not in the S tier. And obviously he's not, the best. I don't even want to call him not the best at anything because he's the GOAT, but not the best passer anymore. Still has a great arm, don't get me wrong, but he's getting older. Doesn't put up, I guess he does put up the stat line that you want every game. I don't know. This is going to be tough because I feel like Brady should be S tier just because of his freaking legacy, but I think he's like in the top A tier. Obviously a Super Bowl champion, reigning Super Bowl champion, great targets in Tampa. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, OJ Howard, Rob Gronkowski, good run game. They got all of it. All their starters return from last year. But this is for fantasy, and I think he's in the A tier. I'd love to have him as my QB1. But I think there's definitely a handful of guys I'd rather take before him. All right, Joe Burrow. This one's probably a high B tier, almost A. I do like Joe Burrow a lot this year. We'll see how he comes back from that injury. I know it's not an easy injury to come back from. He has Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd. Pretty good young wide receiver group there. Let's see if we can do anything with him. He looked really good last year as a rookie. I only expect him to improve a bit there. So I think Burrow's going to be solid quarterback, man. I think he's going to do good. I think he's going to have a good year. I think, that injury, I think he'll get over his injury, and I think he'll be throwing the ball pretty well for Cincinnati. All right, we got Dak up here. Dak's going to go A. He's going to go in front of Tom Brady for fantasy. Here's why. Dude, man, if you look at the 5 games he played last year, 6 games maybe, that dude was insane. He was on pace to be quarterback 1 in fantasy by far. Dude was throwing like 400, 500 yards a game, lighting up the scoreboard. His defense was terrible, so he was always playing catch a ball. They were throwing the ball like crazy last year, dude. And Dak was delivering the ball well, man. He's a good passer. He's a great quarterback, So I got this guy in the A tier, man. He's going to be a beast this year. Again, kind of like Burrow, we'll see if that injury, if he can put that injury behind him. He may be a little less mobile from it. We'll see. Same with Burrow. They might not be able to move around in the pocket as well until they fully trust that leg or ankle. But yeah, Dak's in the A spot ahead of Brady. Dak, you could argue, could be S tier. We'll just see. Fitzpatrick. I'm gonna put him in C for now. Very average, middle of the line quarterback, kind of. You know where you're gonna get with Fitz. He's nothing special, but he's not bad. He's not bad. He's not a terrible quarterback. Especially in fantasy, he actually does put up some good fantasy numbers. I had him last year. And he was doing really well for me for the Dolphins. And then they benched him, so that didn't work out in my favor. But he's he has good targets. He has good weapons in Washington. We'll see by the end of the year. He could be in that B tier maybe. We'll see. We'll see how he does. But he's that middle of the line kind of quarterback where he's very average. We'll say that. So I'm putting him in C. Patty Mahomes, that's easy. Best quarterback in the game right now. Can't argue it. Dude's unreal. Kelsey, Tyreek Hill, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, McCole Hardman. I mean, the offense is the best in the NFL, probably. Patrick Mahomes, right? I don't think I should say anything else other than that. Pretty easy. Who's this number 5? Is that what Deshaun wears in training camp, or are they saying that Deshaun Watson's not playing? I'm going to treat this like it's Deshaun Watson. I think it's Deshaun Watson. I don't know. Does he wear 5? I know he's 4, so we'll see, though. But I'm going to put him – he's a tricky one, right? Because if news comes out before the start of this season, obviously no one wants to draft him. He's probably going to get suspended a majority of the season, probably all of it with the allegations he's facing. But if he plays, he's somewhere up in here. If he plays all 17, he's a top 5, top 10 quarterback easily. For this reason, right now I'm putting him in the B tier. I think he's worth a gamble late round gamble. Not many people are drafting him, man. A lot of people are avoiding him. So if you can pick this guy up, man, and news, nothing happens right before week 1. We're sitting here, Deshaun Watson, starting quarterback of the Texans. His offense isn't the greatest, but last year's offense wasn't the greatest, and he led the league in passing yards. This dude is amazing. We'll see what happens with all of his personal life stuff, but I'm going to put him in the high B tier for now. Definitely a late round steal if you guys can grab him. Would be a great pick. All right, Sam Darnold of the Panthers. He is probably C as well, right behind Fitzy's. Dude, I don't know, man. Sam Darnold, I'm actually a fan of him. I know he hasn't had great luck so far in the NFL. Hasn't really done too well, especially he hasn't lived up to his hype being drafted so high. But I think this fresh start might actually be good for him. I think he's got Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore, Christian McCaffrey, of course. He's got some good targets. I think he didn't really have many weapons. When your best wide receivers, Jameson, Crowder, that's a problem. You know what I mean? So Darnold, finds a new home. Maybe he finds a new offense. Maybe he hits his stride here. And maybe we're putting him up in the B category towards the end of this year, maybe even higher than that. So we'll see. But for now, I got him in the C tier. Not really looking to draft him in any format, really. Maybe a deep bench quarterback. Like, I don't know if you get stuck with him, but I'm not taking him. Jared Goff, dude, do not draft this guy this year. Do not draft this man at all. This dude went from a very good situation in LA, didn't really perform up to par, I guess, last year. He had a great year. Was it 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Did great. Blew up. But Stafford and him swap homes. Dude, Lions, man, they don't have anyone right now. They have DeAndre Swift, Jamal Williams at running back. Still can't name a receiver for you guys. Detroit Lions wide receiver. Hawkinson, maybe. But, dude, I don't know. I'm avoiding him this year at all costs. That's crazy. All right, Aaron Rodgers, dude. High A. But I think for this video, I'm going to put him in the S tier, dude. Here's why. Aaron Rodgers is going to absolutely ball out this year. He is trying to get on a championship team. He wants to win more than anything. He's not care about the money. This dude wants to win. He feels like the Packers have been wasting his career the last few years, and he's ready to find a new home. This year, he will be playing out of his mind in order to impress every single team in the NFL. He wants an offer from every single team in the NFL so he can pick where he wants to go. He can pick literally any team in the NFL, and I'm pretty sure any team in the NFL would offer him something, would offer the Packers something for Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to go off this year. I got him in the SA borderline. But dude's a beast. Obviously, MVP last year. Devonta Adams. I mean, Randall Cobb. They bring back Randall Cobb, Aaron Jones, Robert Tonyan, a couple other guys in the Packers organization that, Aaron Rodgers just has that arm, dude. Probably the most accurate passer I've ever seen in my life. Aaron Rodgers. So, S tier. This is Zach Wilson, huh? Putting him above Jared Goff, actually, but D tier. I'm not drafting Zach Wilson this year. I don't like Zach Wilson. I said that going into the NFL draft. I did not know why the Jets were so infatuated with him at 2. Fields was my pick at 2 all the way, dude. I don't see the infatuation with Zach Wilson at all. Little mobility, can make some throws on the run. Everyone can nowadays, bro. It's not special. Trey Lance can, Justin Fields can, Trevor Lawrence can. Every single rookie in this class can make throws on the run. So that was like his thing. This dude can make throws on the run like crazy. Everyone in the NFL can, man, nowadays. If you can't, you're basically falling by the wayside unless you're like one of those old school guys like Brady, Big Ben, those guys that are, great, but that kind of style of quarterback is kind of falling out of the pocket or falling by the wayside. So Zach Wilson not drafting, dude, doesn't have any targets. The Jets suck again. Russell Wilson, dude, high A tier. I'm going to put him in between. I want to put him over Brady. Yeah, I'll put him over Brady. I'll put him in between Dak and Brady. Russell Wilson's a beast, man. Honestly, dude, like some of these guys, I feel like I don't have to say anything. Like we've all been watching football the last 10 years. Russell Wilson balls out every year, man. DK and Tyler Lockett, one of the best duos in the league. Good run game and Chris Carson. Their offense is usually pretty solid. And Russell Wilson's got some legs too. He doesn't run as much the older he gets, but still gets some rushing yards. So Russell Wilson, A spot. Definitely a great QB1 to have on your fantasy team. Daniel Jones, man, this is an interesting one. Did y'all see that scrimmage, dude? The Giants scrimmage, and he just threw it to the middle of the field, and right at the Giants middle linebacker, like no one was in the middle of the field, and he just threw it to him. I think I'm gonna put this guy D. It could be C. Nah, I'm gonna do D. I don't think he's the guy there. I was a fan of him coming into the league, but dude fumbles more than anyone I've seen. He doesn't make great decisions. He's actually a pretty good runner, but he falls. He had like an 80-yard touchdown run last year, and he fell on like the 10-yard line. Who remembers that? Like the video if you remember that. This show was hilarious. But yeah, Daniel Jones not feeling that this year. I could move him to C. He's got Kenny Golladay, Darius Slayton, and Saquon, Evan Ingram, so he could maybe be up here. It's kind of his make or break year, but yeah, I'm gonna put him in C. Actually, it's his make or break year though, dude. If he does not perform well, the Giants don't make the playoffs. I think he's gone, dude. I think he's cut, and I think they're drafting a quarterback next draft. So I think Daniel Jones has a very short leash, and I don't know if he performs up to it. So Kirk Cousins of the Vikings. This dude has some good targets, man. Thielen and Jefferson. I think that's a great duo. Cousins is gonna go in the B tier for me. I feel like he's like a loose cannon. He could either go off, have a great year, fantasy wise, or he could go. Seems like I don't know, man. It seems like he's just very inconsistent. Does put up some numbers though, so I got him in the low B tier region. Not my favorite quarterback. As a Washington fan, he's probably the best one we've ever had. In our whole franchise, but that's really sad. Actually, it just kind of made me think that he actually is probably our best quarterback we've ever had. Maybe Theismann or something, but I don't know. Kirk Cousins, yeah, not feeling him this year. I don't think he has great potential, or I don't know. He doesn't really perform well. It seems like he kind of chokes in the Monday night games and Sunday night games and primetime games and stuff. So low-end quarterback. Backup, maybe. Josh Allen, S tier. In between Mahomes and A-Rod. Dude's a baller, man. I mean, came onto the scene hard last year, dude. Like, cannon arm, digs in him, blew up. Great wide receivers, Cole Beasley, Gabriel Davis. Just a solid vertical offense, really, with his arm. And you're missing on the rushing touchdowns, dude. This guy got like 9 rushing touchdowns, I think, last year. So that's just another more points piled on. He's a great goal line. He's getting in the end zone, basically. If they're on the 5-yard line or in, he's running it in. Basically, they're doing like a Cam Newton kind of quarterback draw kind of thing. So yeah, Josh Allen, dude, beast. Herbert, Justin Herbert. High B, A. I'm gonna go A for Herbert behind Brady. I think Herbert had a great year last year. I think he had a spectacular rookie season. We'll see if he sophomore slumps or not. I don't think he will. I think he'll have probably about the same season he had last year, kind of the same numbers. We'll see. But Keenan Allen, he's got some good targets. Eckler, man. Good Chargers team, man. They're kind of that, playoff, right on the cusp of the playoffs team. Could make it this year, sneaking out as a wild card. So I like Herbert a lot. I think he's got a great arm, great poise in the pocket, and delivers a good ball. So Herbert's a low A. Tannehill, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking A for Tannehill because of his rushing ability too. I think he's actually a good quarterback, man. So I'm going to go with, might put him here. Let's put him at the end of A. Tannehill, great runner, actually. Gets some rushing touchdowns. Has, A.J. Brown and Julio, which probably the best duo in the league right now, wide receiver wise. Derrick Henry, of course. That is kind of, the thing about Tannehill. They're a very run-heavy team. I do think them bringing in Julio opens up the playbook a little bit more, though. I think now they start, mixing their plays up a little bit more. They're not so run-heavy. So I think Tannehill's going to have a great year. I got him in the A spot. Tua Tagovailoa. I don't like this guy. I got him in the C tier down here. I'm going to put him in front of Jones, though. I think that's disrespectful. Maybe in front of Darnold. No, I think Darnold's going to have a better year than Tua. Tua, man, I don't know, man. I think everyone was tanking for Tua. I don't think he doesn't really have anything flashy to me. He just seems like a left-handed quarterback that's kind of iffy. That's kind of average. It's kind of mediocre, I don't know if he scores a lot of fantasy points. The Miami Dolphins offense doesn't really put up a lot of points, so I don't know if I don't know. I don't think he's that great. I'm not drafting him. Probably not even as a backup. I think there's way better backup quarterbacks you can get as well. So I don't know. I think Tua's down here at the C's. Jameis and Taysom. I'm going to do Jameis because I think he should be the starter. Taysom Hill, man, he's a glorified running back, tight end, wide receiver, whatever the hell he is. I don't think he should be starting quarterback, though. Jameis Winston has a great arm. He's very gunslinger, kind of like Fitzpatrick. But Jameis led the league in yards 2 years ago, man. He led the league in yards 2 years ago. Had, the Saints. I don't know. I'm kind of iffy on the Saints this year. I think they're kind of rebuilding. I'm put them in the C, though, for now. Jameis Winston, 30 touchdowns, 30 picks. That's kind of what you're getting from him. You're getting the picks, but you're also getting the touchdowns. You're getting the yards. Very gunslinger. Michael Thomas. Who else they have there? A lot of ifs and what ifs in the New Orleans Saints organization. Alvin Kamara's there. Latavius Murray. But I don't know, man. They're kind of trying to find themselves after Drew Brees has been there for about 10 to 12 years. So I think Jameis kind of has a average year and then maybe gets a little comfortable in that offense. And maybe over the next few years, he kind of takes off and becomes more comfortable and, starts throwing better and stuff. So, yeah, we're going there. All right, S tier for Mr. Kyler Murray. Fantasy football. Dude's a beast, right? Dude's an insane. He's so fast, so quick. Has great deep ball, actually, to DeAndre Hopkins, to Anthony Isabella to now AJ Green, a couple other guys too. Chase Edmonds, good receiving back. He dumps it off to him every once in a while too. So I think Kyler Murray is going to have a great fantasy football year. I think he's going to improve from last year. So I got him doing pretty solid this year in an S tier quarterback. So Derek Carr, man. Derek Carr's going to be a B. Yeah, B tier. I am not really hype about Derek Carr this year. I think the Raiders are kind of just a meh team. I don't really see them winning a lot of games. He's got Waller, Ruggs, but dude, I don't know, man. Derek Carr just seems like he should be great, but he's not. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go with. I might even move him to C. I'm gonna go down here to C. C quarterback Derek Carr. Not into him, man. Not into this guy at all. Jalen Hurts, dude. Low B, maybe C. I'm gonna go C. Dude, I don't think Jalen Hurts is great. I see him getting drafted in the top 10 round of QBs. Not feeling the vibe on this man. Very good runner. Doesn't seem to make the best decisions. Obviously, he's a rookie last year. He's going to throw interceptions, but we'll see how he plays a full 17 games. He's definitely the starter. They're saying there's an open competition. That's BS. He's definitely going to start. I'm going to put him in the high C tier. Definitely don't think he should be a top 10 quarterback off the board. I would take Burrow and Cousins over him. Deshaun Watson even maybe. If he's cleared, obviously, but we got him in the B tier for now. He could be up here. But not high on Jalen Hurts, man. He was on my top 5 players to avoid, maybe a bench quarterback. But Baker Mayfield, quarterback-wise, I think he's probably up here in B tier maybe. We'll put him in B tier. I don't think he's A tier quarterback. But fantasy-wise, dude, here's why. They run so much, dude. The Browns run all the time. Baker Mayfield will have 100-yard games where he's, 100 yards, no touchdowns because they ran 4 or 5, Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. And that's just the reality of their offense, man. So I'm putting him down here in the C tier. I don't know, man. I'm not dogging him. He's a good quarterback. Seems to run that offense well, but in fantasy, he's not the guy for me. Garoppolo and Trey Lance, dude. I'm going to put Daniel Jones down here, actually, because let's put him here. I'm getting a lot of C, very average. Garoppolo's in here, too. Here. Garoppolo, very average quarterback, doesn't make big plays, doesn't, he's very accurate. Moves okay, not great, but okay. Trey Lance, I see him in the picture with him as well. Trey Lance could be an interesting one if he kind of takes over that starting spot. I'd still have both of them in C tier, just because. Garoppolo, man, I don't know, man. I'm not a big fan of Garoppolo. I know he went to the Super Bowl. That was a very run-heavy team. Kind of played a Baker Mayfield role and just kind of managed the offense, which he did well. Smart guy, doesn't turn the ball over a ton, so that's good. But we got him in the C tier for now for fantasy. I'm not drafting Garoppolo really. Trey Lance could be an interesting free agency pickup later in the year, so we'll visit that when the time is right. Broncos, dude, I'm putting these guys down here. I'm not putting them in front of it. Who's that? Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater could be okay. Drew Lock, meh. Not drafting either one of them, so I got them in the D tier. Staying away from both of them. Don't even know who's starting. So, yeah, staying away from them. All right, Stafford, man. Stafford could be up here for me. Let's see what we got left, actually. Yeah, I got Stafford in the A, dude. Low A, high B quarterback. Fine with him as my QB1, which I think says something. Dude's going to have a great year, I think. Hasn't had an offense like this Rams offense since Calvin Johnson. Darrell Henderson, Tyler Higbee, Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, Deshaun Jackson, which we're definitely going to see some deep touchdowns to Deshaun Jackson with Matt Stafford's arm. So looking forward to that guy playing in LA, new face, new team, good coach too, Sean McVay. So I'm sure they're going to play call to his strength, draw up some cool plays. And I think that LA could make the Super Bowl this year, man. I think they're going to be a great team. So Matt Stafford's an A-tier quarterback for me. Andy Dalton and Justin Fields. Dude, if Justin Fields start, he could be a little sneaky fantasy quarterback. Just depending. The Bears made the playoffs last year, right? I think. I'm trying to think. Pretty sure they did. Now I gotta look it up. Oh yeah, they got in as the 7th seed. The expanded format. Okay. Yeah, dude, Justin Fields, Andy Dalton, I'm not a fan of. Didn't play well in Dallas last year at all. I'm gonna put him here for now. If Justin Fields starts all 17, based on potential alone, I would move him up to C. Wouldn't want to start him, but maybe a good backup to have on your bench. Looked really good in the preseason game on Saturday, so pretty cool to see. But don't see it. Lamar Jackson, for fantasy, dude, this guy does great in fantasy. I think I'm gonna do S. Low S tier, high A. This guy, dude, when he had his MVP year 2 years ago, he was scoring like 40, 50 fantasy points a game. It was pretty nuts. 30, 40, 50 in my boosted league, actually. So probably more like 30 to 40 points a game. Obviously runs a lot. That's a very run-heavy offense. I'm a little worried about his passing numbers. Doesn't seem to get a ton of yards. And, they score touchdowns, which is good. But they are a very run-heavy team. But, dude, fantasy-wise, he just gets points, man. He does. He's a point machine. So we got him in S here. Big Ben Roethlisberger. I want to put him in B tier over Kirk. We'll put him in high B, dude. I think this guy's getting slept on. I think he is. I think he's great offensive weapons. One of the better overall offensive. These guys started 11-0. A lot of people are forgetting that. They started 11-0 last year and kind of crumbled towards the end of the year. Everyone figured out they didn't have a run game, so they started, playing pass heavy. Started by yours truly, Washington. But bringing Najee Harris, looked really good in the preseason game. Runs hard, good hands too, good catching back. Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, Juju. Those are three very good receivers, 3 above average receivers. So I think Ben's, spreads the ball out, throws for 4,000 yards at least, and maybe 30 touchdowns we're looking at, dude. I think he's gonna ball out this year. I think he's gonna have a great year. He's one of my sleeper quarterbacks. If you watched my video, so Matt Ryan, dude. Matt Ryan's B2. Let's put him ahead of Kirk, but Matt Ryan, dude, he's so on and off. I had him last year. He sucked. Year before, he blew up. Loses Julio, which is big. Calvin Ridley, Russell Gage are going to be his 1 and 2. I do like Russell Gage a lot, actually. I think he's going to fill in nicely. He's not going to be like – it's not going to be like Julio and Calvin, right? That was one of the best duos in the game. But I think he's going to be a good number 2, a good enough number 2. Calvin Ridley is going to be Calvin Ridley and ball out. And then they bring in Kyle Pitts. He looks good, man. He looks good. The highest drafted tight end I think ever. Great specs, huge guy, jumps high, great hands, very fast for his size. So we'll see how that works out. And then Mike Davis as well, a great running back, I think, who's going to play very well in Atlanta. So I got Matt Ryan here in the B tier. Probably a good bench quarterback. I would be happy with him on the bench. Carson Wentz, dude. I'm going to put him in C tier. High C, low B. Good bench backup. I think he's on a speedy, ahead of schedule in his injury timetable, so he should be good by week 1. They said week 2 maybe. So he's gonna miss some time. It still worries me that he waited so long to get ankle surgery. I think it was ankle, right? Foot surgery, whatever it was. But I think he's gonna play well in the Colts. He balled out that he should have won MVP that 1 year, got hurt, but with the Eagles, comes into an offense that isn't terrible. Jonathan Taylor, T.Y. Hilton, a couple other guys. But I think he's C. Good bench quarterback, but nothing more. Cam Newton, Mac Jones, staying away from him this year. Down here. Mac Jones could come in. I think Mac Jones is going to start. Cam Newton's fantasy days are over. He used to be a beast. He used to be A tier. Last year, he was terrible. He could not throw the ball past 10 yards downfield with accuracy. Looked a very bad throwing. Running, on the other hand, he was okay. He'll get his rushing touchdowns. It's Cam Newton, for God's sakes. But I think he gets replaced by week 4 or 5. Mac Jones comes in, looks good, has a good ball. Doesn't have the mobility, but does have the ball. Does have good touch on his throws and everything. So I got him in the D tier. I'm not drafting either one. Maybe we're talking about picking up Mac Jones later in the season, but not drafting him. That's for sure. Trevor Lawrence, man, the big daddy of the draft, the number 1 overall. He's going to be a B tier quarterback right now. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to be great, obviously. Number 1 pick overall, one of the higher prospects since Andrew Luck. Very good ball, very good understanding of the game and offense and where everyone's supposed to be. They bring in ETNA, familiar face, James Robinson running, DJ Chark, Marvin Jones. Some good targets there for him, man, as a rookie. He's going to make mistakes. He's a rookie. Happens to everyone. But I'm not surprised if we're seeing a Herbert-like rookie season from this guy last year. 30-something touchdowns, 10 picks. And Herbert, they almost play the same. Herbert may have a little stronger arm, a little more zip on the ball, but Lawrence has the accuracy for sure. He's a great passer. We'll see how he transitions into the NFL. I'm excited to watch him play, actually. I'm excited to watch him play, and hopefully turns the Jaguars into kind of a winning team. That'd be cool. But yeah, I think that does it for the tier maker list, dude. My first tier maker on the channel. What do you guys think, man? I think this was fun, man. I like this one. I like doing these. I'm going to do a running back, wide receiver, tight end, all that. We'll get to those later. But I might throw this up like tomorrow night or something on a double upload day or something. But these are fun. I'll probably do one. Maybe I'll start doing one of these every week. Maybe not even involving football. Maybe all sports or something. We'll explore that later. We'll see how this video does, man. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Comment, subscribe. And as always, I'll see you on the next video. Peace. Thanks for watching.